Tyler Kane discovers an old family secret which he could never know about. Who are you? Are you just a sum of your past or something greater? What if everything you thought you knew was just the beginning? Dive into a world where chaos gives way to transformation and discover how to rise above the 3D and embrace your true, limitless self. Subscribe now and join the journey. Think of 3D as being like a caterpillar and 5D as becoming a butterfly. As we move through the rest of 2024, things are going to get wild. Secrets will be revealed, major realizations will happen, and we'll all be letting go of things we thought we needed. It's going to be a time of change, where we face the unknown and ask ourselves, what's next? Hey everyone, I'm Tyler Kane. For 18 years, I was a stand-up comedian, living for the applause and the approval of others. But deep down, I felt there was more to life than just making people laugh. So I left comedy behind to explore who I really am, and as I did, everything started to shift. I stopped caring so much about what other people thought and began following my heart, and that's when things really started to change. People often ask, how do I let go of the things holding me back? How do I feel free? But the real question isn't what you need to do, it's who you are. Most of us are stuck in our pain, whether it's an addiction, worrying about other people's opinions, or holding on to things that make us feel trapped. We cling to what we know because it's familiar. But when you learn to follow your heart and let go of the fear, that's when the real magic happens. For me, following my heart has meant letting go of old fears and stories that weren't true. The result? Everything got better. I started performing in bigger theaters, reaching larger audiences and, most importantly, feeling more alive and at peace. The moment you stop trying to control everything and just trust, life opens up in ways you never expected. Letting go is never easy, though. It can be scary because we can see what we're leaving behind, but we can't always see what's ahead. That's where Elena, one of the closest people in my life, comes in. She's always reminding me that the fear of the unknown is where the real growth happens. When we stop holding onto the past, the future becomes full of possibilities. Right now, the world is shifting from a 3D reality to a 5D one. In 3D, we're shaped by our past, our parents, society, and old beliefs. But in 5D, we step into something bigger. We're no longer just our parents' children. We're connected to the universe and its limitless potential. We are infinite beings with the power to create so much more than we realize. Ariel Thorne, one of my spiritual guides, always says, "We are love, and we are loved." At first, I didn't really understand it. But the more I've let go of the need to control things, the more I see the truth in her words. We're not defined by our past, our circumstances, or what others think of us. We're defined by our energy, our vibration. And when we raise our vibration, everything changes. I've learned to feel the difference between what lifts me up and what weighs me down. Leo, another key person in my life, once told me something that stuck. The reason we fear letting go is because we know what we'll lose, but we have no idea what we'll gain. That hit me hard. We're afraid of losing control, relationships, or stability. But we rarely think about the amazing things waiting for us on the other side of letting go. So what is 5D all about? It's not just some spiritual concept. It's a shift in how we live. It's where we stop living in fear and start living in love. But here's the catch. Not everyone will make the shift to 5D. Some people will stay stuck in 3D because it feels safe. It's easier to define yourself by your job, your bank account, or what society says about you. But in 5D, those things don't define you anymore. The question is, can you let go? Can you trust that the universe has something better in store for you, even when things feel uncertain? When I left stand-up comedy, I had no idea what was coming next. I just knew that what I had wasn't fulfilling me anymore. And when I trusted that, amazing opportunities started to appear. But not everyone around me understood the path I was on. Ariel, despite all her wisdom, started to show a controlling side that I hadn't seen before. That was a turning point for me. I realized that not everyone who seems like a guide is meant to lead you. Elena, on the other hand, was a constant source of grounding, always encouraging me to trust myself, even when I felt lost. And then there's Leo, who has this way of seeing things that others don't. He saw my potential long before I did. Looking back, I can see how he quietly guided me, showing me that I had the strength and power I didn't even realize I had. The more I've leaned into this journey, the more I understand that everything in life is about vibration. You can either stay in the heavy, dense energy of 3D, or or you can elevate yourself to the light, magical energy of 5D. The higher you go, the more life feels effortless. But here's the thing, you can't move up unless you're willing to let go of what's weighing you down. So what's coming for the rest of 2024? It's going to be intense. We're in the middle of a global shift where more and more people are waking up, letting go of their 3D programming, and stepping into the 5D version of themselves. The hardest part isn't the change itself, it's letting go of the old familiar ways of thinking and being. So here's the real question. Who are you? Are you just the sum of your past, your parents' child, or are you something much greater? It's time to make a choice. I am my own story of being a victim. This is 3D thinking, believing I am these lower vibration, heavier things. Fear, for instance, feels heavy and dense. But when you raise your vibration, things become lighter and more magical. Some people choose to stay in 3D for their whole lives. They don't want to move past their problems or old stories because facing their true selves feels too scary. This attachment to physical reality can lead to addictions, whether it's alcohol, TV, screens, or worrying about what others think. These physical things are heavy and binding. When you start to raise your vibration, you become less reliant on these things. You stop depending so much on what others think, on circumstances, or on things like food and alcohol. Instead, you connect more with the light within you. You begin to realize that happiness doesn't come from external sources, like a job or a relationship. True happiness is inside you. In 5D, your happiness comes from within, and experiences are more enjoyable because of your internal state. Tyler Cain discovers an old family secret he never knew about. This hidden connection, like a mysterious figure or a forgotten legacy, becomes crucial to his journey. It brings new challenges and opportunities that add depth to his quest. Raising your vibration helps you let go of heavy things. For example, if you stop drinking alcohol, your ego might demand it because it's used to that comfort. If you resist, the fear and addiction can surface, and you can let them go. You might cry or feel the past leaving your body. Being fixated on the future can also be heavy. Right now, just in this present moment where you truly exist, is lighter. Sometimes the ego gets bored and tries to cling to old habits. But as you move towards a higher frequency, releasing old stories and fears helps. The light within is very healing. Ariel Thorne is on her own secret mission, working with an enigmatic figure who affects Tyler's journey in significant ways. Ariel's hidden agenda adds complexity to their relationship and introduces unexpected twists. Her behind-the-scenes actions influence Tyler's path in ways he doesn't yet understand, creating layers of intrigue and conflict. I meditate for an hour or two each day, listening deeply. As you meditate, you uncover different fears and issues in your body. With patience, the root of these fears comes up, and you can release them permanently. You'll find that much of the heaviness inside you doesn't need to be there. We are light beings. By letting go of past traumas and physical attachments, we become lighter and move into 5D, a higher frequency. In the old 3D world, people could lie more easily because there was less light. But as you raise your vibration, you start to see that the world mirrors your inner state. I believe the world reflects us. When you heal inside, you begin to see the world change. For example, if I work through something and cry it out, Ariel Thorne might feel the shift the next day and release her emotions. It's like my increase in frequency helps her raise hers. Sometimes she will also elevate her frequency, bringing more light into our space. As a result, what's left in me that's scared might surface, leading to more crying and releasing. Leo's unexpected betrayal complicates Tyler's journey even further. Leo's actions force Tyler to confront deeper fears and reevaluate his path. This betrayal reveals hidden motives and adds new obstacles, creating significant tension and complexity. You start to see glimpses of the future, but it's really about gaining clarity in the present. Even the future becomes a timeline influenced by where you are now. As you continue to grow, how you see and interact with the world changes, revealing new possibilities and deeper truths. Imagine you're not just a single floor in a building, but an entire elevator. Most people see themselves as stuck on the first floor, looking down at what's below. They think of their current state as the baseline, the starting point from which they measure progress. But in reality, you are the elevator, moving continuously upward. As you ascend, each floor you pass becomes a thing of the past. What you saw as floor 10 today will be floor 11 tomorrow. The future you envision now is fluid and constantly evolving. The more you embrace your role in the present, the more you shape your future. If you become overly focused on the future, you risk stalling your progress in the present. By constantly looking ahead, you might hinder your current growth. Instead, understand that you are the elevator, shifting through different levels. Every day, the future changes based on your current state. When you fixate on what's next, you can prevent yourself from advancing in the now. The future is designed to get better and better. We live in a universe that is positively charged, working to eliminate what's false and holding us back. This includes past traumas, feelings of victimhood, and material attachments. The universe is constantly pushing us to clear away what isn't true and to embrace a higher state of being. This shift is evident in our world today. Traditional structures like governments and media, once sources of control and manipulation, are now being questioned. What was once accepted as the truth is now scrutinized. As our collective awareness grows, we start to see through the illusions and control tactics. The higher our collective frequency, the less control holds over us. In a 5D world, control is replaced by surrender and acceptance. Elena, who initially appears to be a minor character, becomes crucial in Tyler Cain's journey. At first, she might seem like an antagonist, but she plays an essential role in guiding Tyler Cain through his transformation. Her presence becomes vital as Tyler Cain evolves, showing how even minor characters can have significant impacts on the main storyline. As Tyler Cain rises to a higher frequency, he begins to notice that his own growth influences those around him. For instance, Leo starts experiencing significant changes in his life, reflecting Tyler Cain's transformation. This demonstrates how raising your vibration affects others and accelerates the collective shift in consciousness. In this elevated state, the universe starts to guide you more clearly. The question, "What do I do?" becomes less relevant because your actions align with a higher purpose. Instead of trying to control outcomes from a place of separation, you become a channel for universal wisdom. The universe works through you, offering guidance and clarity. As Tyler Cain continues to evolve, his interactions with Ariel Thorne and Leo become more profound. Leo's story evolves alongside Tyler Cain's journey, highlighting how personal growth influences others and speeds up the collective awakening. The more you embrace your role as the elevator, moving through various levels, the clearer your path becomes. You bring more light into the world, making higher consciousness the new norm and guiding humanity toward a brighter future. Every step up in frequency brings greater clarity and connection. You start to experience a deeper understanding of yourself and the universe. The future is continuously unfolding, and as you rise, you contribute to a world that is more aligned with truth and light. Imagine this. In the world of 3D, you're like a caterpillar, while in the world of 5D, you become a butterfly. For a caterpillar, entering the cocoon might seem like the end, but if it understands that this stage is a transformation into something beautiful, it becomes a symbol of rebirth. Right now, we are collectively in this process of transformation, moving from being caterpillars into our butterfly selves. Butterflies represent freedom and magic. They are not bound by others' opinions, past experiences, or material possessions. They move creatively, without attachment to old stories or things. Money and meaningful relationships will come naturally, but their focus is on growth and expression. As we transition to 5D, everything becomes more magical. This shift involves letting go of what no longer serves us and embracing new possibilities that promote our growth. Think of it this way. There are two kinds of people in the world today: those who cling to 3D and those who are ready to embrace 5D. To move into this higher dimension, you need to practice opening your heart, being honest, surrendering, and asking for help. For instance, you might say, "Universe, help me open my heart and remove this pain." Progressing to 5D means working on yourself and releasing outdated beliefs and patterns. In 3D, people often hide their true selves, seek control, and struggle with darker energies. As we rise in light, we shed what holds us back. The pace of this transformation is accelerating rapidly. We're witnessing significant changes in our world, with more revelations and shifts on the horizon. Many people are already experiencing changes in their relationships, letting go of connections that no longer support their growth. Over the past few years, there has been a noticeable increase in people parting ways with family members, friends, or significant others who don't align with their evolving self. In the past, identities were closely tied to family and personal history, and relationships were maintained despite personal growth. Today, the emphasis is on fostering connections that support mutual expansion and well-being. During this transformative period, we are connecting more deeply with our true selves, allowing a higher energy to work through us. In 5D, we align with people, experiences, and careers that resonate with our authentic selves. The old have-to mentality is replaced by a new world where allowing, letting go, and personal growth are central. We are moving toward a world where higher vibrations and greater light are becoming the norm. To facilitate this transition, we must embrace forgiveness, release old attachments, and focus on elevating our vibration. To illustrate this further, picture yourself as an elevator. Most people see themselves as being on a specific floor of a building, looking down at the lower levels. But you are not just a floor. You are an elevator that continually ascends. When you reach the end of one floor, you move to the next. The future you envision today is different from what you'll see tomorrow. Understanding that you are the elevator, not just a floor, means recognizing that the future is always evolving. If you become fixated on the future, you may hinder your present progress. The future will always improve because we live in a universe that seeks to remove what isn't true and enhance what aligns with our highest selves. This dynamic is evident in our world today. From shifts in government to media revelations, old systems of control are becoming increasingly apparent. As our collective frequency rises, these control mechanisms will fade. The 5D world is characterized by surrender and allowing, not control. In 3D, control involves managing external circumstances and manipulating others. In contrast, 5D is about letting go and allowing divine energy to guide you. This shift represents a profound transformation, moving from a state of control to one where the universe works through you. As you ascend in frequency, the sense of a separate, small self diminishes. Instead, you become a channel for divine guidance, with less focus on a singular, isolated self. The universe begins to work through you, offering insights and direction that align with your higher self. This process not only makes the journey more fulfilling, but also accelerates the collective shift toward a brighter, more enlightened reality. We are all part of this collective movement towards a world where higher frequencies and greater light become the norm. Embrace these changes, let go of what no longer serves you, and allow yourself to transform into the butterfly you are meant to be. Yes, I firmly believe that the rest of 2024 will be marked by a great deal of chaos, and surprisingly, this chaos is actually a positive sign of transformation. In our current 3D reality, we often conceal chaos beneath a veneer of normalcy. We present an image of perfection while hiding significant internal turmoil. However, as we transition into the 5D reality, this hidden chaos must come to the surface. It's a necessary part of the process for both personal and collective evolution. Consider this. Our protagonist, who represents us all, discovers a monumental global secret, something so impactful that it completely alters their view of reality. They uncover hidden agendas or covert manipulations that have shaped global events. Meanwhile, another character in our story is struggling with personal chaos, issues like addiction, deep-seated fears, or unresolved traumas. These issues, which were previously buried or ignored, will now force themselves into the open as the character navigates the shift to the 5D realm. Although these revelations might be overwhelming, they are crucial for the process of personal and societal transformation. The rest of 2024 is poised to be a time of intense upheaval. As old systems like jobs, relationships, and societal structures begin to disintegrate, many will feel a profound sense of uncertainty and instability. This period of confusion and lack of direction will compel people to confront their true selves, beyond the superficial roles and expectations of the 3D world. In this transitional phase, there will be a distinct division. Those who embrace the new 5D frequency will experience significant personal growth and evolution, while those who cling to their old 3D habits will find themselves more deeply entrenched in their fears and dependencies. It will feel as though we are living in two parallel worlds, each with its own set of realities and challenges. As you align with the 5D frequency, the heaviness of the 3D world will begin to lift. Relationships or situations that no longer resonate with your new vibration will naturally fall away. This period will also bring profound clarity. You will witness the world transforming as the light of 5D reveals hidden truths and areas in need of change. This transformation will not be easy. It will challenge old beliefs and structures, forcing us to confront uncomfortable truths. But it is through this process that we will achieve a more enlightened and expansive reality. The discomfort of letting go of outdated structures and beliefs will eventually lead to a profound sense of liberation and renewal. The chaos we are experiencing now will act as a powerful catalyst for growth. By embracing and working through this turbulence, we will move closer to our authentic selves, breaking free from constraints that no longer serve us and stepping into a new era of understanding and freedom. Although the journey may be fraught with challenges, it will ultimately lead to a more enlightened and harmonious existence. In this unfolding scenario, expect to see significant revelations and shifts. Old paradigms will crumble, revealing the truth behind previously hidden agendas. As secrets come to light, the world will go through a phase of intense reevaluation and change. This period of chaos will force us to let go of old habits, relationships, and ways of thinking that no longer fit our evolving understanding of reality. In doing so, we will pave the way for a future where we are more aligned with our true selves and with the higher vibrations of 5D. As we navigate this turbulent transition, remember that the ultimate goal is to move towards a state of higher consciousness and freedom. The chaos of the present moment is a necessary step in this journey, leading us to a brighter, more expansive future. Embrace the upheaval as a sign of progress and transformation, knowing that on the other side of this tumult lies a world of greater clarity, freedom, and authenticity. As we move through the chaos of 2024, we're witnessing something extraordinary. The world seems to be falling apart, but that's actually a sign of something amazing happening. We're not just leaving behind the old ways. We're discovering something new and incredible. All the struggles and confusion we've faced weren't just roadblocks. They were actually guiding us to a deeper truth. It turns out that our challenges in the 3D world were preparing us for this big shift. The fear, the past, the struggles, they were all part of a plan to help us evolve. Instead of separating from the old world, we're learning to blend its lessons with our new understanding. The messy and heavy energies of the past are being transformed into something that supports our higher, lighter selves. So as we step into this new phase, we realize that we are both the caterpillars and the butterflies. We're not just leaving the old behind, we're integrating it into our new way of being. The chaos wasn't an enemy, but a catalyst for change. As we embrace this new reality, we see that our journey was about more than just moving on. It was about becoming a bridge between the old and the new. Now the future looks bright and full of possibilities. We are stepping into a new world, shining with our true selves, and the adventure is just beginning. Hopefully you had a new experience through this incredible story. Hit subscribe for more insights, give us a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. Share this with friends who'd love it too. Thanks for your support.